Literary devices in Chapter 8 of Grendel. Chapter 8 is all about Hrothulf, Hrothgar's nephew, visiting Hart and delivering soliloquies to Hrothgar and his thanes about the socio-economic conflicts occurring in the seidling community. To begin, on pages 111 and 112, there's an epithet which states, "Thus poor Grendel, anger's child, red eyes hidden in the dark of herbs, bratiating with a hoot from rhyme to rhyme." This epithet serves to characterize Grendel as this disregarded monster who lives alone in a cave and never comes out to visit the humans, because he knows that if he comes out, he will be pelted by words and phrases that are not admirable to the human because of the character he gives off when he comes to visit the humans. The effect of this epithet on the whole book is to give Grendel some empathy, because he did not choose to be Anger's child. He was growing up in this community which disregarded him and made him live in a world of isolation, making him angry towards the humans, which in turn led him to be a child of anger. Secondly, there's an allusion on page 113 which states, "Theorem: any action of the human heart must trigger an equal and opposite reaction." This is an allusion to Newton's third law of motion, which states, "For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction." Grendel's heart works a lot like this. When he hears Shaper songs, he feels mad because he is telling lies about Grendel and how he comes in and rampages among his foes and does it with a passion. But Grendel's heart reveals something else, because he wants to be like the humans and he wants to fit in with everyone, but he is afraid what the humans will perceive of him if he comes out of his cave. This allusion serves a powerful effect to the whole book, which is that Grendel is going to do this equal and opposite reaction with his heart every time he hears something about him, because he believes that if he goes out with the humans and visits with them, that he will be pelted by axes, and this is true with the humans, but Grendel's heart does not perceive this. Secondly, there's a simile which states, "Hrothulf had a hair as black as coal and hazel eyes that never blinked." This simile basically shows that Hrothulf's hair was purely black, showing his fierceness as a warrior in this Anglo-Saxon culture, and to show that he does not mess around when he is talking about these issues of the silent community. And this simile serves to show to the whole book that Hrothulf is a lot like Hrothgar, does not deal with many problems, and when he does it with such certainty and such power that people listen and respond to his issues. Next, there is a rhetorical question on page 119 which states, "What is the state in a time of domestic war and violence? What is the state when the chips are down?" This rhetorical question is used in order to show what the settling community looks like after a domestic or foreign violence occurs. Because in the silent community, people lash out at each other and don't try to fix any problems because they believe that is the best way to fix things. And the effect of this question on the whole book is to show how the silent society will react to other situations later in the book. Lastly, there is an asyndeton which states public force is the life and soul of every state, not merely army and police, but prisons, judges, tax collectors, every conceivable trick of coercive repression. This asyndeton is used to show how the silent society should be, and it should be run by judges, tax collectors, and prisons, and not by army and police, because in a state of foreign or domestic violence, the silent community lashes out at each other, and they need to work together as a society to make the world a better place instead of just locking people up and telling them to not worry about what's happening. This serves to the whole book because it shows how the silent society will be run in future days and how it will be perceived by other nations.